15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go now. Ultra.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Ready?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the pick-6, here's Pickett to try again. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Pickett throwing again on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Strike, 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 check, strike.
From midfield, here's Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, Pickett. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Pickett back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that. Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The Dolphins at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw again on second down. Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Damn, I came in there, they gave you that catch. That wasn't even a fucking catch.
Add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett completes this one to Pickens. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come out on a 3rd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Throwing on second down. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 45 on second down. Pickett, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because he shifted in high gear. He was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Pickett now from the gun here. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. Pickens on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Ready. Check white. Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Yellow.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
On the give, this is Harris. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Pickett.
His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Man, good game, bro. Fucking quarterback shit.
Miami as they get set to start the drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal, as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jack.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very...
He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown. George Pickens with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Pickett to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Here's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Looking to throw here. Pickett setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Now Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
Pickett.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they